December 16th, 2013 was the date that truly changed the survival genre once and for all. As a matter of fact, it raised the bar so high that most of the survival games try to match this specific title to this day. Yes, ladies and gents, I'm talking about DayZ. In this video, I'm going to cover pros and cons when it comes to DayZ, and also I'm going to give you my personal input about the game and whether it's worth playing in 2021. Oh, and I will talk about the difference between playing this on PS4 and PS5, so buckle up. Let's go back to 2013 for just 1 second. Months before DayZ was released as a standalone title, it was originally released as a mod for Arma 2. During the alpha, designer Dean Hall became a part of Bohemia Interactive, and the mod, retitled to Arma 2, was named DayZ Mod, which was officially released on February 21st of 2013. Arma 2 was around ever since 2009, and it was based on the realistic military shooter slash simulator that just attracted all kinds of audiences from all over the world. Arma 2 never struggled with gaining popularity. It's been around for a very long time, and when the title was reaching its way up to the success, the mods kept on piling on top of each other, making Arma 2 that much better. Every individual mod was great and brought something different and unique to the table, and quite frankly, what we thought was great wasn't even close to what DayZ had to offer. Back then I was 15 years old, and I've been just eyeballing DayZ ever since. Of course, I couldn't afford the proper computer to play this game on, but even though I never had a chance to lay my hands on this title, watching others play it still brought so much joy to me that I could just watch them play it for hours upon hours without me getting bored. DayZ ultimately set a standard for other developers, and it was for obvious reasons. The world in DayZ is so submersive, and some games to this day struggle to even come close to the map size that DayZ has to offer. Of course, you have games like Minecraft and No Man's Sky with limitless map options, but I'm focusing more on genres like DayZ, survival simulators, or even super realistic shooters. Despite how big the map is and how immersive DayZ really is, the game is still in no shape or form a finished project. New patches and updates still arrive to this day. Developers indeed still listen to the community and fix the problems as they arrive. However, what seems to be the problem in DayZ is the fact that one thing gets fixed, but then something else gets broken, and it becomes an endless loop. Some people might find this unbearable and absolutely annoying to deal with, but most of us are just used to this. We learn to accept it and just work around it. We as a small and yet dedicated DayZ community just learn to deal with this kind of thing. We're just very used to it. You might have seen memes on internet or even other social media, people just make fun of DayZ. This title has been in beta for a very long time, but even almost a decade later, it still plays as alpha due to the issues that arrive over time. It just doesn't quite feel like a finished project, and to be quite honest with you guys, I don't think this will ever be a finished project, and this is coming from somebody who absolutely loves the game. When the title performs in alpha state, it's actually kind of a good thing for developers, not necessarily consumers, aka players, us, but it's good for developers because they can update this game as much as they want, as frequently as they want. Whereas if this game was a full release project, they would indeed be very limited with how much they can update this specific title. The update would also have to be approved by Sony or Microsoft before initially having a green light to go further on, which will slow things down drastically. Now, how does the game perform on old-gen console? Personally, I played this the very first time on PS4, and it was playable. The frame rate wasn't locked in, meaning you would still lose frames when something big would happen, or also moving at a faster rate, aka driving a vehicle in populated areas. Everything depends on what internet speed you're playing on, as well as the region and how crazy the server is as far as the player list goes. All of those things can be factors in your particular case. Obviously, playing this title on a beefy computer will ultimately increase your experience overall, but I want to focus on the console version specifically because not everyone can afford a good playable PC, and consoles are way more affordable. Now, when I purchased the PS5, it was day and night difference. Let me explain. Obviously, PS5 is a much powerful console, and it can and will handle more things than PS4 would. When I drove my car around cities in PS4, I would have to drive in my first gear in order to avoid lags and frozen frame rates, so I was driving around 25 to 35 miles an hour. gear. However, on PS5, I was now able to go in 2nd gear around the cities and go in 4th gear around country roads, which is pretty fast in DayZ. That's about 55 miles an hour in the city and about 85 to 90 miles on the country roads. And I just want to throw this out there. Don't be thinking that PS5 will magically solve your problems. It will for sure make your experience a lot smoother and more enjoyable, but you still have to be careful how you play this game. Now, should you buy this on PS4? It depends with how much are you willing to deal with. If you're thinking about buying this title, thinking that it's fixed and in complete shape, you're wrong. You might want to reconsider it. Now, if you're completely fine with unstable frame rate and you accept the fact that you might see things that you're not supposed to be seeing in the game, then yes, it's not perfect, it's not stable, however, it is playable. Now, playing this on PS5 or a newer Xbox is definitely your safer option. Not only they perform a lot better than older consoles, obviously, but DayZ in general runs way better on the newer gen. As a matter of fact, the difference was so drastic that I just refused to go back and play it on PS4, just because I've seen how it performs on PS5. I hope this video was somewhat informative. I hope I helped you make your decision about buying this game or not. If this was helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Also, before I leave, I want to let you know that I do have a roleplay server in DayZ, which called The Vultures. If you'd like to participate, hit me up on PSN at Rooslahn King with the message I want to participate. If you want to see a little scene from my roleplay, then just click on my channel and you'll be able to find it right there. So anyways, best of luck to you guys. Hope this was helpful and bye.
Keep them real safe in the palm of my hand, in between the palm of my hand. Between the palm of my head